I'm Andrew Cass, and I'm one of the guitar teachers here at North Main Music. Today I'm going to teach you how to play octaves on the acoustic guitar. That's two notes, the same note, played in two different positions, one higher than the other. The great thing about the acoustic guitar is that it's a very positional instrument. You don't have to do anything like a woodwind with your mouth to shape the notes, or a horn. It's even more positional than the piano. There's no white keys or black keys. The guitar is your canvas. Wherever you move, everything is fair game. So we're going to create octaves that we can play anywhere on the guitar, starting on the E string, then on the A string, the D, and the G string. And there's just two different positions we have to look at. The first one is for the E and the A string. We're going to start with whatever note we want to play, okay? So we're going to start with a note. Let's start with an A note. It's a nice little comfortable spot in the middle of the guitar. The frets aren't too thick or too thin. That's why I always like starting at A, okay? We're going to use our first finger. Finger number 1 is going to be on the A string, or the E string on the A note. So 5th fret is the A note. And then we're going to kind of relax it. We don't need to hold it up straight because it's okay if we mute this middle note. We don't want this middle note to play, okay? So then we're going to take our third finger, so you have that nice spread from 1 to 3, and we're going to place it 2 strings over and 2 frets up, okay? Every octave on the E and A string is 2 strings over, so 1, 2, and 2 frets up. And then we're going to place that, again, relax it. It's okay if your finger covers these other strings because we only want these 2 notes to sound. Now we're going to press down and we're going to play the whole guitar, and we should only hear an A and an A octave. So if you use proper guitar technique and raise your fingers up, you got yourself a whole different chord. Alright, this sound, the octave sound, is used in tons of different kinds and styles of music. You'll hear it in blues, you'll hear it in rock, alternative rock, you'll hear it in pop, musical theater, you'll hear it in country, almost anywhere where there's a potential for an instrument that can play octaves, there's going to be octaves. So when you strum, you want to get a whole swath. You could just play these 3 notes and have this middle note muted. That's fine, but if you want more intensity, I recommend playing the whole guitar because you're not going to hear any of the other notes anyway. And when you're playing rock and roll music especially, hearing those extra muted notes gives a little bit of a noise, gives a little bit of an intensity to the attack that makes rock music, as you can hear. And now, if I want to play any other note, I just have to move the whole thing based upon our starting note. So I can, if I want to play A, B, C, that's all I have to do. Let's take the same technique and start on the A string. And now, a tip for someone who wants to give that full rock and roll technique, and just take this second finger, which is doing nothing at the moment, give it something to do. Just rest it on that E string and mute that note. So now, which goes against everything that your guitar teacher when you were 3 taught you, but that's because they wanted you to be able to learn music other than rock music. When you're playing rock music, drop that finger. No other way are you going to get that full guitar intensity. All we have to do to play the next 2 strings is to take our third finger and move it up 1 fret. And then finally, if we want to play the last octave, we take that same shape and we move it up. So now, we can play any position on any of these 4 strings and play an octave. There you go. That's how to do an octave. Now that you know a little bit of how to rock and roll, join me at North Main Music and I'll teach you the rest.